Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of So You Were Saying.
Hey.
We're just going to jump right into the continued of physical attractions.
Part 2. Exposing myself, being a fatty. So I had my girls in the car. I'm like, y'all need to order something. And she's like, fine, give me a vanilla cone, something else. Because you don't come to the driveway. I'm like, make it good. So they're like, okay, give me a Big Mac. I was like, okay, great. I was like, excuse me, sir. I still remember this. But honestly, it was just like, and it was just this energy. Like he was helping somebody. And then I felt I just felt the need to look in that direction. And he looked in the same direction. Then we didn't break. He was still talking to the woman. And I remember, but not facing her, like looking at her, giving her the money. And then him and I were making connection. This lady's like,
Who are you looking at?
What are you doing? I get in my car to get into the drive-through where he was taking orders. And back then it wasn't like, the little box. It was just like the actual person.
Oh my God, that's so long ago, I feel like.
It is. I'm aging myself. Stop it. But in essence, it's just like we got to the window and I had forgotten the order.
Oh my God. She's like, what was that, a vanilla cone?
But at the same time, he forgot to greet me. He forgot to say, hi, welcome to McDonald's. Like, can I take your order? Like nothing. It was just like, honestly, it felt like a solid 5 minutes of us just staring at each other. And I was just like, oh my God, like it's you.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Like, I'm just like, I don't know where you came from, but like wherever you came from, like it was meant for me to come here and do this. And I remember I was in high school still and I needed to go back to go do some after school program that I did. And I remember I was in my business attire because it was business day. And it was just such an experience. And like I said, we just exchanged a couple of things. I finally figured out my words, was able to place my order. And then something said, if you don't say something now, it's never going to happen. And I said, so my friend's having a party this weekend. And then she's like, I'm having
your shot.
Right. She goes, I'm having a party this weekend. I said, yes, you're fine.
Yes, you are having a party this weekend.
I said, yes, you are. Shut up. And I was like, she's having a party at her house. And I would love for you to go. And then he's like, okay. And I was like, and I'm going to give you my number. So take it down. And he said, okay. And he took out his cell phone. We exchanged numbers. And literally from that point on.
Oh my God, what was it? Like a flip phone, a Razor, or what? Like it was back in the day.
It was back in the day. It was back in the day.
iPhones were popping.
Yeah, it was like it might have just even been, no, it wasn't the Nokia bricks. It was probably the Razors.
What was that? The flip one? Not the flip, the Sidekick?
No, I didn't have no. Was that? I think I had a Sidekick. He was a little broke at that time.
We had McDonald's before they was making $15 an hour.
Exactly. I was like, he was a little broke, But yes, no. I mean, I took down the cell phone. We exchanged numbers, and then it began from there. And I'm telling you, 4 years later, into college, like that was it. Like that was the first time that I really thought, and not only me, like I'm saying, like family thought, like this was going to be the one.
This was the one.
This was going to be the one. Like this was going to be the one that set it off. Oh, such a fine man. He just happened to be physically attractive.
And he fit into the bearded 6-foot beefy status that you like?
No, he was more lean, no beard, right? He eventually grew out his beard because I had him grow out his beard. Nice haircut. Did not. Okay, so there was an interesting thing. This was a Caucasian persuasion.
I'm telling you, that was me. That was me.
He was.
I love me some Caucasian persuasion.
But I like Caucasian persuasion with a mix of a little bit of Latin. So he was Irish and Cuban.
Oh,
and it was just like when I said, and let me just tread lightly because he is definitely somebody's husband. Right?
Oh Jesus.
Blessings to you. Honestly,
we're not cutting this out though.
Like, no, we're not. He definitely has a daughter and a wife, and I wish him all the best. I don't know much else. She's not a fan of me, but that's nor here nor there. But
I can see why. I miss Love at First Sight.
Well, we're
Anyways,
not going to go
moving
into
on.
that. Moving on. But what I'm saying is it exists. I've experienced it once. That's it. I'm done. My tea is spilled.
I cannot. I mean, it sounds beautiful. I might have been just too shallow in my life to experience love at first sight. Who knows? I don't know. But again, the eyes, the teeth, the nails,
the beard.
Well, you know, it's crazy. Now I'm such a beard person because, you know, my man, I've been with him for so long that you need to have a beard.
He didn't always have a beard, though.
Oh, my God. Have you seen it without a beard? He looks like a naked mole rat. Like, it's just like, oh, my God, no. No, that's a no. So, bearded. It's crazy because men, the way that makeup is to a woman, the beard is to a man.
And the hat.
Yo.
Oh my goodness. Some of y'all are catfishing.
I cannot take y'all. I'm going to say, you got to take your hat off. Like, if I can't see you without your hat, because your beard, whatever, your beard can stay. But the hat, let me take the caps off.
And no, I'm not shallow. I will. A good bald head. Oh my goodness, is everything too. I'm sorry.
I don't know about all of that.
I'm
trying to get my man to go bald because
I do not discriminate.
He just needs to go ahead and give it up. But
the hairline's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore. But you know, I don't know. I wasn't really
bald.
Attracted to bald in my life.
A good balding.
I like a good Caesar cut.
Yes, a dark Caesar cut.
A dark Caesar. I love a dark Caesar. Honey.
A nice fade.
Ooh, nice fade, nice beard, clean, crisp lines. Honey.
Can you tell that we're from New York?
Where the Tim's at? That's how you know. It's like, where the Tim's at? What season is it?
What are we doing?
We're talking about physical attractions. Because it's great, you know, what is also very attractive?
Mm-hmm.
A man in a suit.
Oh my goodness, yes.
A man in a suit. And I'm not talking, I don't like when they're like baggy suits and, you know, they look like
fitted.
A nice fitted with the long socks and the brown shoes, the nice church shoes. Oh, Lord. Nice button up. Honey.
Do you know what's so funny? We never really gave him the silent one. You remember the guy
not vividly, but yeah.
Yes, you do. You introduced me to the silent one.
Oh, uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. So the silent one, I remember I introduced him to suits. And I remember this, now that you mentioned the whole, how it's, you know, like how it's very attractive. I think it's not only attractive, but it's important that a man understand
how to wear a suit.
How to wear a suit.
The power
of a well-fitted suit.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking about a tailored suit. It doesn't have, and now they make it very affordable. Mm-hmm. You can even do it in payments. They even come in special plans.
Yep.
There's sales. I can point you in the right direction.
I cannot with you.
I'm just saying. It's just very important because you need it. You need to understand the power behind it, how to command attention, presence, and how important it is as far as your representation.
As a man.
Right. But not only just a period, like women, men need to understand that. However.
But we're talking about men.
Right, exactly. But that's fine. So my point to this was I was dating that individual, the silent one, and it was time to go to a wedding that we had to go to. Mm. And I said, well, you need to wear a suit. His sister, right? And his sister's, I guess, baby daddy, right? Proceeded to say, oh, that's not important. He could just wear, I think.
Don't say a button down the slacks.
Right. She said a polo and slacks.
Polo? She did not say a polo to a wedding with some slacks.
Right. And I was like,
I guess it depends. Hold on, let me rephrase that. It definitely depends on the type of wedding that you're going to.
Right. No, but you know exactly what type of wedding I'm talking
and that was not a polo and slacks type of wedding.
It was not. It was definitely at a very nice venue. It was like black tie affair type of wedding. And I was just like, you need a tailored suit. And not only that, but you were about to graduate college and you're going to go on interviews. Like, you need a tailored suit.
Right.
The type of work that you do, even though you will not be wearing a suit every single day, you still need to make that impression upon interview because you're going into a more corporate setting.
Right.
Into agencies and stuff like that. So I just remember, and then they just basically laughed at me.
Are you serious?
And I remember I took that so personal.
Suits are very attractive. Like,
right. And I was like, but it was just insane that I was hearing this from she was 2 years older than us or 3 years older than us, and her spouse or baby daddy, whatever you wanna call him, was, like, a year older than that. I was like, "How do you not understand this?" But then I was like, "Okay, that goes into a whole
A
different other
whole
thing."
different realm of
Right,
like your background and
of
et cetera, et
background
cetera.
and understanding. But that was one of the things that also was a red flag. I was like, "Oh, this isn't going anywhere." I was like, you definitely label me in a certain category." And it's just like,
That's
"Yeah,
fine.
no, that's fine."
Moving on back to physical attractions, but we're just gonna take it into a different step. I know that you are as straight as they come, but women, let me tell you, gorgeous. Okay, there are some beautiful women in the world. And the
Why would
first
you have
thing,
to mention that I'm straight?
well, because I'm about to ask you for your opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I just need to throw it out there that Dora does not play on that team.
But
But she appreciates the beauty of a woman,
correct.
which goes back to physical attractions for me and a woman are different than they are in a man to an extent. Like
Okay.
I still look at eyes, I still look at teeth, I still look at nails, but then I definitely look at body type. So for men,
you're even more shallow in women than you are in men?
Actually no, I'm actually a lot more shallow on the men than the women.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna hold you because I don't do a certain size of a man. It is what it is. I don't like. I'm not gonna lie on the podcast. I don't prefer bigger men, and that comes from my own issues with weight that I grew up with because I was already big and bigger than what I wanted to be.
Right.
So in my head, it was always I'm big enough for the both of us. I do not need to be with someone bigger than me.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
I mean, I knew this, but like just still hearing it, I was like, okay.
I mean, it's my truth. I'm not here to lie to nobody. It's just it is what it is.
We all have preferences. I mean, whether we agree or don't agree or disagree.
Right. People I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose some people over that, and that's fine. Like to each be their own. Like if you like a bigger individual or a slimmer individual, that's your preference. My preference growing up was always I didn't prefer people bigger than me because I always felt like I was too big. So I felt like I was big enough for the relationship. I didn't need nobody else.
And for me, I've just been big my entire life. So I've dated the whole spectrum, the skinny guys, the in-between guys, the bigger guys. I love you all.
But it's crazy because I've always had what they call them, they call them chubs, right? Chubby or chubbier. I don't know because fat wasn't a nice word. I don't like the word fat. So there's not one that I.
Plus size men. Okay.
Plus, yeah. Okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. I've always had those type of men super attracted to me. Like I'm talking about would slide in the DMs, would hit me up, would see me in the street, and they be the ones I'm sitting here like
they be the ones with the bomb personality.
With the bomb personality.
You want to know why? You want to know why that is? And literally, me and Little One had this whole breakdown. So the reason why is because many times being a bigger person, we already know that we start at a -20. So we concentrate so many things on things that can be assets that don't involve our physicality because we know that people are going to go after that. So if I can be the funny person, of course. I'm not the person that I am just because of the fact. I always tell people if I was skinny, and not always tell people, but when conversation comes up, if I was skinny, right, I don't know if I would be as good of or as nice of a person or have as dope as a personality as I believe that I do have if I was skinny. Because there's certain experiences in life that molded me because they were traumatic. People were not nice to me.
And but that's my point.
Right.
Like imagine, okay, so me growing up being, as many sisters as I have, I was always the bigger sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I always used to hear, well, if you were your sister's size, right. Well, if you were just, if you did this or did that. And I'm just like, F you, bro. Like, are you flipping kidding me?
Right.
I'm a catch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You see all this beauty right here? Mm-hmm. But because of that, it was always just like, no, imagine being in a relationship with a bigger person than me. It would just be too much for me. Like, I mentally would not have been able to take it.
Right.
Because it's not just like, they're going to come for me. They're going to come for me and the person that I'm with. And I already feel huge. And I mean, in all actuality, you guys, I wasn't huge. But in my head, I was huge.
Right.
Right? Like, obviously, I know that there are people bigger than me and there are people smaller than me, and size really doesn't matter. Like, I didn't know that then, what I know now. But back then, in my head, it was just like, no, bro, I can't do chubby. Sorry, can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now, my man is like chubby. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God. I never thought I was going to be here. You know? But things change. The older that you get and the
Well, your priorities change based on
right, your priorities
your
change,
needs.
your preferences change,
Mhm.
your certain things change. And mine did like a whole 180. I can't say 360 because I'm in the back where I started, but the whole 180, bro.
Right.
It's just like I love dark skinned men now. I find them super attractive. Women, I still find the same. I like a nice booty, small boobs. You know, I don't really
Mhm.
care if you're on the chubbier side or the slimmer side. That part don't really matter to me. I got too many boobs. Again, I have too many boobs for the both of us. I don't need you having big boobs. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You want to know what's so funny? Again, it's more of when I admire beauty in women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see it in all spectrums, obviously, but what my eye goes to, funny enough, is more individuals of what I look like more in high school. Like my weight in high school.
Okay.
Like, okay, so
I've seen pictures,
right,
but I
so
didn't
I
know
can't
you were in
really-
high school, so I can't say.
So it's more of I like a thicker woman. So like I like thighs on a woman.
Yes.
I like booty on a woman.
Booty.
I think boobies need to be on a woman.
No, I can't
You
do the
know,
boobies.
okay, that's fine.
I'm just
We
saying,
already
like, I can't do
explained
the
what you want.
boobies.
Okay, I like, I can also go the other route. Like I think like people like Serena Williams, like the muscular women, amazing, right? But I also, in the same sense, love women
slimmer.
like no.
I love
go
slim
the other
women.
way. I was gonna go
like
to the Ashley Grahams and the
but that's what I
Lizzos
call
of it all.
Thicker. Those are thicker. You're
Right.
like thicker.
Right. So it's just like that's what's like if I were a man, I'd be like, yeah, my Ashley Graham girl, I got you. Like that's my lockdown.
No, you love you some Lizzo, girl. I already know.
No, like
no. I know you love Ashley Graham, but you love Lizzo.
I do love Lizzo. You want to know what it is? Because Lizzo be throwing it, like bringing it for all of us. Like honestly, her confidence and just the way that it is, I was like, how are you guys not like at her feet? Because it's not only that, as far as like the confidence of it all,
right,
but it's just the fact that she is super talented. Like, I don't know if you guys are music buffs, but if you don't understand, first of all, I was a flute player. Lizzo was a flute player. It is difficult to play the flute. While twerking, oh no. Like, you got yourself a bomb and a half. And not only that, but she has perfect pitch, meaning she can listen to notes and know exactly what notes they are. Insane. I can definitely, like, I've always played by ear, but she, if I'm not mistaken, she has perfect pitch. I have to double check with my music teacher best friends. But
I can't.
I believe she does. What I'm saying is just talented, confidence, everything. That's what makes, like, to me, it's like, yes, Lizzo.
For sure.
But Ashley Graham, girl, I got you. Hey.
I can't. I will say that out of like, if I had to choose based on physicality, the features of a more Hispanic woman,
yes,
I find them to be like attractive. It's just like, wow, like gorgeous,
yes.
gorgeous. But then in the same aspect, I find not Jesus, I'm about to say
Caucasian?
no.
Oh.
No. I am not I do not prefer Caucasian women. Caucasian men, 100%. I find them to be beautiful creatures. Caucasian women is just not my thing. Like, it's not my thing. I like a more Hispanic woman,
Yes.
and then I like a more Caribbean woman. Like, you know, Haitian.
Like a Rihanna?
Like a Rihanna. Yes. That's what I'm saying. So, like, they're so different for me.
Right.
Like, I'm like, when I think about men, I'm like, oh, yeah, Caucasian, gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm more of like, oh, you chocolate, you beautiful. But for women, it's like Hispanic or Caribbean. That's it.
I like some color in my sauce. So when it comes to just both men or women, I tend to go the Latin route, but that's just because in my future, I see my children being bilingual. And it's just easier when people not only understand the language, but also understand the culture.
Yeah, I want my child to be bilingual, but I'm over here speaking just English. So
I'm just saying.
It's a struggle.
But that's because you don't speak, so it's a lot more difficult in your sense. But in my sense, I do speak Spanish. So it would just be easier if I don't also have to teach my child and my husband how to speak Spanish at the same time.
I guess that's why my man be tired of me, huh? He'd be like, I can't. You took 4 Spanish classes. Pero no hablo español. No hablo. Ayúdame.
Lord Jesus. Cut. Somebody cut. I don't know how we got here.
Anyways. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of So You Were Saying. We're going to end it here. Whatever your preferences, blah, blah.
Preferences are.
Ha! Yes. Whatever those are. Stick to them.
Don't let anybody say yuck to your yum.
Yes. Oh my God. Don't let anybody say yuck to your yum. Gem of the day. Boom. Because you know what? It's okay to like what you like. No one is going to be with that person but you. So do your thing, boo. Okay?
Be confident in that.
Be confident in what you like, because I have seen so many men and so many women steer clear of what they really want because of someone else's opinions. I'm tired of y'all living for the other people.
This is true.
Like, if you want chubby, go get chubby. If you want bony, go get bony. If you want all the sauces, go get all the sauces. That ain't nobody's business but yours.
You're the only one dipping your nugget. Let me stop.
No, but I'm serious, guys. Stop living for everyone else and start living for yourself. And I've seen a lot of people who are unhappy or single still because they're too afraid to go after what they really are attracted to because it doesn't fit in the standards of someone else. Choose what makes you happy, regardless of what that looks like, and be in bliss. Yes. Be in bliss.
Amen.
Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Catch us next week on another episode of So You Were Saying. And don't forget to follow.
Please follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. We also have a website, soyouweresaying.com. You can check us out there too.
And email tell us at soyouweresaying.com to share your thoughts. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.